What a great day, not just for me, not just for these children, not just for all of you, but this is a great day for the entire world. I can't recall any other event that has witnessed the assembly of the brightest, the most talented young people of the world at one place. This hall, I have been here several times and spoken several times. Sometimes with the presidents and prime ministers and the heads of United Nations agencies and other dignitaries. But I have never experienced such humility, such pleasure, such pride as I can see today. I congratulate you all, child prodigies who are present here, their parents, their friends, their relatives, their ambassadors from their countries, and all of you. I'm especially thankful to my younger brothers, Abdul Ghani, Prashant, and all of those who were involved in this great endeavor. I'm also thankful to Vinayakam ji, my younger brother Achyut ji, Shahastra ji, and all those who have supported Swami ji, all those who have supported this great event. This is just the beginning of a new history. Because history is witnessing the assembly of those young people who are not our future. They are very much present. Their presence here shows that the world is in safe hands. The world is in most talented hands of these young people. I always say that when a child is born, God smiles and says, I'm here. But when a daughter is born, a girl is born, then the God says that I'm here, but I wanted to continue this world, humanity, because I have given the birth to a mother who is going to be the mother of many possibilities and the mother of future. And I'm so amazed to see that here we are witnessing and experiencing the presence of young artists, singers, players, authors, poets, innovators, technocrats, even entrepreneurs, and whatnot. Dear friends, perhaps you know that when one prodigy is evolving, at the same time 50 potential prodigies are burnt out because they are not recognized. Their talent is suppressed. Only 3% out of 100 make their existence, make their visibility, they are recognized in the world. And why this happens? This happens because we still have to learn the power of childhood, the power of innocence. We have yet to learn to be friend of our children. We have yet to learn that the child is the reflection of God means immense possibilities, unlimited possibilities. Sometimes these young people express themselves, neither their family recognizes nor the society. Many a times the parents and society tried to curtail their wings. They wanted to fly and touch the sky. If we cannot give them the sky, then at least we should not cripple their wings. I would not take much of your time. I was told that this whole event is running late. But I would tell you two things. One, what are your do's and what are not to do's. The three I's I would request you to avoid in case of every child, because every child has her or his own identity, which she is born with. So the first thing is that don't impose yourself on your child. Many a times you impose your expectations, your ambitions, which you could not fulfill in your life, but you keep on imposing yourself on your child, considering that you know everything. So the first, I would say, three I's. One I is imposition. My second I is instruction. Be a friend of your children. Be a guide, not just the instructors. Keep on saying, do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. It kills the spirit and talent both. So don't be the instructor of your child, be the friend of your child. And the third I is impede. Don't impede. Let that child flow as the stream of river. As I said, let the child fly. Don't impede. We create so many impediments considering that we know everything and child does not know everything because child is child. In Hindi, there is a saying, "Arey bhai, bachpana mat karo." Bachpana, childhood means foolishness, stupidity. Don't be a child. Don't behave like a child. Means don't behave like a stupid or a fool. That is the general notion that childhood means stupidity. No. Dear friends, childhood means purity. Childhood means transparency, truthfulness. Childhood means humanity. Childhood means divinity. Childhood means forgiveness. That we don't recognize. We consider that we know everything. We are full of our own egos, full of our own ambitions and expectations, and we keep on imposing on our child. So these prodigies could not flourish. That's one. Avoid three I's. What you can do? You have to learn to practice 3 R's. Would you remember which were those 3 I's? Imposition, instruction, and impeding. Please, for the sake of future of the humankind, don't do this for your own children, and especially for these most talented children. The second thing is what to do. 3 R's. I was thinking when I was coming that what to tell to you. So 3 R's. One is recognize. Recognize the uniqueness. Recognize the potential of your child. And the children around you, not just the children who are sitting here, but every child is born with enormous potential. Recognize the potential of your child. First R. Once you recognize, then don't wait for others to do anything. Respect. Respect the interest of child, inclination of that child. Respect the ability of that child. Respect her own dreams. So the second R is respect. And the third R, once you recognize, once you respect, then don't wait that the governments will come and help you. Some faith leaders, sadhu, mahatma, saints will come and help you and your child, or bless you and your child. Whatever you can do, the third thing is reward. Reward means give the recognition, give the respect, and give the reward. And that is very much possible in your day-to-day life. If the child does something small, just not recognize, but reward. That will give him motivation and inspiration for future. Support is also a reward. If you keep on supporting in every manner, it will help the growth of that child. So the 3 I's are don't, and the 3 R's are do's. What are those 3 do's? Can you remember? Can anybody tell what are those 3 R's? Great. Thank you so much. Recognize, respect, and reward. Simple, not too much complications. And the 3 I's: impose, instruct, impede. Don't impede. So, dear friends, there are so many child prodigies change the world. I am not going to name them. Many of them, or at least a few of them, became Nobel laureates. The first woman Nobel laureate in the history, you know who was that? Madame Curie. Madame Curie won 2 awards before she attained, in 2 disciplines. It never happened before or after. In 2 different disciplines, she won 2 Nobel Prizes, one in physics and one in chemistry. When she was a child, she wanted to go to school, but her father was a teacher who lost her job. But the girl did not stop. She somehow collected some books. She started reading, learning more about science and especially physics those days. She kept on working hard. She continued. She made consistent effort to learn more and more new things. So, the inquisitiveness, the quest for learning new things was her habit. That was the part of her life. And one day she became the Nobel laureate 2 times. Picasso, for example. Picasso was the one who, when he was very young, even before he learned alphabets, he asked his father, who was also a painter, to give him paint brushes and canvases. The father said, "You have to go to school." But the boy was so adamant, he said that I won't go to school until and unless my teacher and my school agrees that I can spend most of my time in painting in my classroom. It was very difficult, but somehow the headmaster of one school agreed for that. He recognized the talent, he respected the talent, and he rewarded by inviting him and giving him good marks for the first time for painting, which was never happening before. Picasso became Picasso. There are many, many examples, dear friends, where the young people can change the world. Finally, I would request the awardees and the young prodigies that once you are recognized like this, once you are getting award, be humble. Don't feel that your next step is getting more and more fame, more and more glamour. When you are caught in the web of glamour and fame, then you are lost. You are not going to make this world a better place. More chances that you are going to make this world even worse. If you are full with your own egos and you are fighting for your name and glory and fame. This is one thing I wanted to tell, because I have learned this in my whole life. Don't live with any ego. Your recognitions, your awards should not go into your heads. Let them remain in your hands. But when they become the part of your head, then you cannot grow. You stop there. So this is one thing. And second thing is that be inclusive. This charm, this attraction, these cameras, light, flashlights make you very exclusive, very special. But those who wanted to remain exclusive for themselves, they are not going to help humanity. Be inclusive. Share your talent with others and feel that how your talent, how your ability, how your art, how your science, how your mathematics, how your technology, how your businesses can help other people in the world, and especially the children of your age. Today when I am standing here, before conclude, let me tell you that 260 million children and adolescents are not in schools. They have to be in schools. Today when I am standing here, 152 million children must be working somewhere at the cost of their childhood, their freedom, their education, and their future as child laborers and child slaves, child prostitutes. Today when I am standing here, remember, my dear young friends, 50 million children on this planet would be looking for a safer place tonight to stay because they are victims of wars and violence, global warming. They were forced to leave their homes and countries. Whose children are they? Whose sisters and brothers are they? They are your sisters, they are your brothers. How your talent can help in bringing the smile on the faces of the last child of the society, that will make you the real child prodigy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all our beautiful, bright children and the brilliant parents who've done it. A hearty clap and applause and of gratitude to the parents, to the teachers, and to the children who've done us proud. Most of all to this foundation of Abdul and Prashant, who brought us together for the prodigies. A hearty applause to Abdul and Prashant and the entire foundation. I think it's one of the finest programs I've seen of children. Finest program of many, many school events I've seen. This is one of the finest. It is actually the finest because it has introduced us to the celebrities, young celebrities of today, and to the celebrities and award winners of tomorrow and forever. I think each one of them is a diamond in the making. They only have to continue to be fine-tuned and continue to practice. Each one of them is outstanding in their own field. I had a little story heard from them each. Each one is giving credit to their parents, to the teachers, and also self-training. Each one of them is so confident and also has an ambition and a plan ahead. I think it augurs exceedingly well for the future of this country. I just have one idea. This is a wonderful foundation. We can spread this, as I explained to Prashant, we can spread it now from the national body to the states, from the states to the districts, from the districts to the villages, because each village, each state has its own prodigies, so that we can identify them as prodigy of the village, prodigy of the state, prodigy of the country in the national and then internationally. I think it's time to spread this. It's a wonderful body, born very young, but we can spread it nationally. I see prodigies myself on a regular basis, and I did not know what to do with them. Now I know what to do. Because the other day, just a day before, on the closure of the new year, I had a child visiting me in my office, and he knew the names of everybody. He was only 2 years old. Just 2 years old, he was in the lap of his parents, boy, a young boy. I have a video of him. And he said, the parents said, ma'am, he wanted to meet you. So he brought him, 2-year-old boy. And he knew the names. And then he, in my presence, asked this 2-year-old boy, what is the name of the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry? He says, Kiran Baby. He said, Kiran Baby. And then he knew, of course, the name of our Prime Minister and everybody. So he said, not Bedi, Baby. So I told them, I have a new name to this child today, Kiran Baby. The point here is, here was this 2-year-old prodigy who's got remarkable memory and being groomed by the parents. So friends, it's a time now that you make this call number available. Prashant and Abdul, where are they? If you keep your name, send out this call number so that we can all call you and saying, we've identified a child. So therefore, spread it to the states, spread it to the districts, spread it to the villages. You will flood this country with prodigies. You'll flood it, because I think many of these children are born with remarkable sanskar. Because somebody who's doing so well at the age of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, probably establishes the theory of reincarnation. In fact, it's an evidence of reincarnation. Otherwise, how will you recite some of the best of scriptures in Vedics and Upanishads at the age of 2? How? It has to be inherited. It has to be somewhere brought along. Such brilliant memory, such brilliant intelligence. So it's extraordinary. Something which establishes that the last birth, where you left it, carries forward to fulfill the higher purpose of your life. So I want to thank you. It's a very memorable day for me as well to have come here, to witness our child Nobel laureates and the award, those who will get us Bharat Ratnas and international awards in the future. You and I are seeing history fast forwarded. Each one of this child is a history fast forwarded, because you will see them as grown-up boys and girls, and we would probably remember that we saw you when you were just that young, whether you're an artist, author, a creator, an entrepreneur, or a dramatist, or anything. So thank you so much, friends, and wish you all the very well. We'll carefully watch your progress as an organization. Thank you once again.
Hello everyone, it's a great honor and privilege for me to have you all together from around 18 different countries, all the child prodigies from 3 to 15 years of age. I wholeheartedly thank Ma'am Kiran Bedi ji for accepting my invitation, and all the other guests of honors for accepting the invitation, sponsors and partners for supporting this initiative. It has been a matter of 3 years since we are doing the research on the Child Prodigy Initiative, because everyone used to say youth are the next generation, but what I felt that kids are the next generation. If the kids gets the right time, the right opportunity at the right time, and the one thing which we believe that every child prodigy should be mentored in a very right way. So, from this podium, on the launch of first Global Child Prodigy Awards, I would also like to tell you all that it's not just an award or a matter of one day or an evening. It's a matter of a year, a decade, and so long. So we will be working with all the 100 child prodigies, whoever has been selected from over 15,000 plus applications, over 45 countries. We will be working with them over next year, making sure we do collaborate with them. We do make sure that they get the right benefits. The thing, what is the lack is someone gets promoted, or you can say, they get popular in their own region. But what about knowing someone from Zimbabwe that he or she is one of the best artist or painter or dancer to the Asian continent? So this is what we believed, and to the world this may be a day of a evening, but to me it took me 3 years to build this, to bring this day. I also thank my parents, my brothers, my sister and my family, because without them it could have not been possible. I left my job long back just to make sure that I work on this initiative full time, and it was an amazing journey. Not last but not the least, this would have never been possible without my mentor, Dr. K. Abdul Ghani sir. He is the one who made sure that, I do things very professionally. People in my life has been very thankful. Thank you so much, Om Bhaiya, Shyam Bhaiya, and Ajanyak Bhaiya for believing in my words, my work, and supporting this initiative. From bottom of my heart, thank you all for coming from different parts of the world. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Take care.
Good evening, everyone. It's indeed a very exciting day, as rightly pointed out by Honorable Kailash Satyarthi ji. This is a moment of glory for all the children who have proved to be prodigious. For their parents, the smiles on their faces was so illuminating that all of us certainly also felt same happiness. And more importantly, all the children who are so gifted by the Almighty, they have a role to play for shaping this planet in the future. Whether it is in terms of environment, whether it is in terms of peace, whether it is in terms of development, whether in terms of giving the last man who is there in the planet also good livelihood, good life. I think that is the responsibility on all of you. And therefore, prodigy and recognition is one thing, but what will you do to the society at last, later, is what is very, very significant and important. And you come from all kind of fields, whether it is from sports, whether it is in terms of intelligence, whether it is in terms of music, drama, writing. I think each one of you start training at least 10 people, 10 students of your age group in your neighborhood. I think we can transform the entire planet. All the best wishes to all of you. Thank you for inviting all of us here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, the dignitaries present here, and to the celebrities of the day, the Global Child Prodigies. For me, it's a great honor, but for me, it's also an opportunity to reflect upon what lies ahead of us. Today, we live in times of identity crisis, and when young children can find their identity, can find who they are and where they belong, and they can stand their ground and make a mark and leave a footprint. In our times, that means there's great hope awaiting us. And for me to be having the opportunity of running a beautiful school and few other institutions where we serve about 7,000 children, I tell you, I have the most blessed job on this planet Earth. And to see you people, we know we are blessed to be shaping the future. So I wish all the prodigies the very best, and thanks for having us. And may I commit on this stage, as the Prodigy Award goes into the future, Riverside Public School would love to be a part of it going forth. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for calling me on the stage, though I don't know whether I am having that kind of I would say the status of the aura. But One thing is there, I am really mesmerized by the audience here and the kind of ambience which has been created. It is really marvelous, and I salute all the child prodigies who have worked hard and who have realized their potential, and they have been fantastically rewarded here. And to get those awards from Madam Kiran Bedi, that was another privilege, and to be in the company of Madam Kiran Bedi here, that's also a matter of great honor for me. I only wish that all these child prodigies further work hard and they do justice to their potential and they shine like dazzling stars internationally, globally, and do a lot for the humanity. Thank you very much.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. First of all, many congratulations to you for
Thank
winning
you.
this award today.
Thank you.
And as you're here at the Global Child Prodigy Award and you have won the award, can you tell a little bit about yourself and in which category you have won the award for?
My name is Abhigya Anand and I'm very much humbled to have been selected as one of the 100 top global child prodigies of the world. So I have been selected for the category Astrology and Vastu Shastra. So I also do various other things like Ayurveda and microbiology, management and Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit also. So I have completed my MA equivalent in Sanskrit. Also, I am eligible to teach Sanskrit as a professor. Also, I've completed my bachelor's in Vastu Shastra, and probably by God's grace, I'm the youngest postgraduate in the world in the field of Ayurvedic microbiology. I completed at the age of 10. And I'm also consulting in astrology and Vastu Shastra, and I'm doing a lot of research on Vastu Shastra and different cities and different homes and properties and how they have effect with regards to the directions.
Yeah.
And the planets.
That's really, really amazing, like having
Thank you.
so much achievements at this young age.
Thank you.
When did you start? At what age did you start doing Vastu Shastra, astrology and all that?
Well, I began at the age of 10
Okay.
and in fact 9. So I studied astrology in a college for 3 years. It's called the Divya Jyoti College. But since the material is very less, I continued doing my own research on various scriptures like Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra, Brihat Jataka, Phaladipika, etc. And also in Ayurveda, Ashtanga Hridayam, etc. So I love reading the ancient scriptures because they have a lot of hidden truths in them, and I feel it is very important for the modern world since most sections of the modern world are going haywire, and there's a lot of necessity of the ancient scriptures coming into picture.
That's really nice. I think India and the world needs to have many more kids like you to make it a better place. And what are your future plans for now?
Well, I would like to help people with the different sciences and scriptures and bring them to light so that not only the people will be benefited, but also the sciences will be brought out completely, and by that they will be able to get a greater reach and help more people throughout the world.
Okay. As you're an inspiration for me and for a lot of kids out there, right? Would you like to say something for them so that they can be more focused towards Vastu Shastra and astrology, because these days kids especially don't get so much interest into it. Would you like to give a message to them?
Of course. So I know most of you actually Vastu Shastra and astrology is somewhat, it has been given a notion of age old, something that's out of fashion, out of today's trends. So I would like to ask one simple question: who defines the trends? So basically we have to do what is good for the world in whichever sector, whichever way. All of the children who have come here today for the awards are doing amazing things in various fields, and astrology and Vastu Shastra are sciences dating from the beginning of the universe because they are connected to the planets, the stars and various divine celestial objects in the universe, and only a person who does not agree to scientific concepts would say no to a science which actually operates on the basis of the planets, and the planets having their influences on different humans, because we are living on the earth which is surrounded by various stars, various planets. So it is against the law of science if we say that these planets and stars do not have influence on us. Our earth is just a tiny speck in the universe, so everything else would surely have influence on this tiny speck. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Tara Kahramani from Iran. I would like to ask those who receive my message around the world to be patient, stay at home and keep your social distance so that we can defeat the coronavirus by cutting the transmission chain, so we will have happy and healthy world immediately again.
Global Child Prodigy
Thank you
Awards,
very
and
much.
many congratulations for your
Thank you.
award. Can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
I'm Sucheta Satish. I'm a 14-year-old 9th grade student of the Indian High School, Dubai. With God's blessings, I'm a double world record holder for the most number of languages sung during one concert. I sang in 102 languages. And the second world record is for the longest live singing concert by a child. So I sang for over 6 hours and 15 minutes, and I can presently sing in 120 languages.
Oh, you can sing in 120 languages. That's amazing.
Thank you
A
very
huge
much.
congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you. Okay, so when did you start singing?
I started learning music at the age of 4. I started off with Carnatic music, but now since a few years I'm learning Hindustani music. But these languages I started learning just a few years ago.
Okay. And what was your source of inspiration when you started? Did you follow someone? Did you see some videos, or who led you into the singing platform?
Singing platform, well, I come from a music family.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and well, the different languages actually started off with a Japanese song, which I learned when a Japanese friend.
Okay.
So she sang, we have a Japanese friend.
Okay.
She sang a Japanese song to me, and because I liked that song, I learned it. And after learning Japanese, I felt I have the ability to learn more languages. And then I went ahead and learned an Arabic song, and then Tagalog, and then it just kept increasing, and I felt I had the ability to do so.
You are amazing.
Thank you very
Chaitya.
much.
And thank you so much for coming here.
It's an honor.
Congratulations
Thank you
and
very
best of luck for your future. Thank you so much.
अपनी असाधारण प्रतिभा से दुनिया में पहचान बनाने वाले कई देशों से चुने गए 100 बच्चों को आज ग्लोबल चाइल्ड प्राइज अवार्ड 2020 से सम्मानित किया गया। इस कार्यक्रम में नोबेल शांति पुरस्कार विजेता कैलाश सत्यार्थी और पुदुचेरी की राज्यपाल डॉक्टर किरण बेदी मुख्य अतिथि के तौर पर शामिल थे।
ग्लोबल चाइल्ड प्रोडिजी अवार्ड का मकसद प्रतिभाशाली बच्चों को वैश्विक स्तर पर पहचान और अवसर दिलाना है। कार्यक्रम में मुख्य अतिथि और नोबेल शांति पुरस्कार विजेता कैलाश सत्यार्थी ने कहा कि अभिभावकों को अपने बच्चों पर कभी दबाव नहीं डालना चाहिए। उन्हें अपना क्षेत्र चुनने का मौका दिया जाना चाहिए।
माता पिता को, परिवार को चाहिए कि बच्चों को ये ग्लैमर और नाम और पैसे की दुनिया में न धकेलें, उनको अपने आप आगे बढ़ने दें। हर बच्चा पंख लेके पैदा होता है, आप धक्के मार मार के मत उड़ाइए, वो जब उसके पंख खुलेंगे तो वो उड़ेगा। और पूरे समाज की, पूरी दुनिया की जिम्मेवारी है कि खुला आकाश दे ताकि वो अपने पूरे पंख फैलाकर उड़ सकें।
ग्लोबल चाइल्ड प्रोडिजी अवार्ड 2020 में भारत से भी कई प्रतिभाशाली बच्चों ने अपनी जगह बनाई है। इसमें गूगल बॉय के नाम से मशहूर कौटिल्य पंडित, उद्यमी तिलक मेहता जैसे बच्चे शामिल हैं।
I have a keen interest in a lot of things, so understanding them and then acting in them practically and theoretically, and even critical thinking upon fields like astronomy, astroparticle physics, quantum physics, antimatter, and a lot of various subjects in my field of interests.
In my future, I want to become a successful man, a great businessman, and contribute to the society, contribute to the world, and make a change. I believe everyone I see, there is something to learn from each and every one of us among us. So everyone is a role model for me, and I hope I can be a role model for the others.
इस अवार्ड से सम्मानित होने वाले बच्चों का आकलन विभिन्न मापदंडों के आधार पर किया गया है। इस सूची में भारत, अमेरिका, ब्रिटेन, यूएई और स्पेन जैसे देशों के सामाजिक कार्य, लेखन, उद्यमिता, अभिनय, मार्शल आर्ट, पेंटिंग, मॉडलिंग जैसे क्षेत्रों में बच्चों का चयन किया गया है। लीना शर्मा के साथ ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, राज्यसभा टीवी।